So there are a lot of through-hulls under this boat. You see one is blocked here. It's probably the holding tank. And that's the holding tank venting, whatever that is. Here you have the forehead. One through-hull is above the line, the water line. So we are okay with it. Maybe just the ball valve. And then changing the ball valves and the through-hulls if they are corroded. There's another one here, just on the water line. That's for the seawater to go to the galley. And this one is for the galley to drain from the sink. Another one sits here. I think it's from the engine compartment. Well, I need to find out, I guess. This one is for the exhaust. And it's full of bees at the moment. And there is another one here for the engine to draw water, I think. And then again we have this drainage from the cockpit. Previous owner told us he lost his phone. His phone slipped out of his pocket and then ended up in the ocean. Another drainage here, I'm not sure about this one at all. And this one here is another one. Well, I need to document this one. Oh, so many bees here. What's so good? Is there honey in there? Probably there are wasps, not bees though. This one is also from the engine compartment. I need to find out what that was supposed to do, but it's now blocked, as you can see. So this is for the aft head, the drain, the intake for the seawater, sink water. That's how it drains. Depth sensor, probably this one is the depth because it's the front and this one is the speed. We will replace this one with transducer, probably. A speed sensor, thermometer. There are about 20 holes. Not all of them need repair, but they need to be tackled, examined, and see if we are supposed to do something about them. I remembered about this one. So this one is the drainage from a stupid compartment that sits above the sugar scoop. Now I have to deal with the tedious task of measuring all the through-hulls. They are all hidden very well in so many difficult places that I have to reach and take pictures, count them down and write them down so I can go to the store and buy replacements. If this one is difficult here, have a look at the head where we have 3 of them. I started off by using the calipers and taking a picture of the measurement on the actual threads of the through-hull. As soon as I had all the measurements I needed, I started by dismantling all the old through. At least that was the plan, but they were really stubborn, so I had to cut them. This particular skin fitting was so difficult to work with inside the engine bay. And after many hours of struggling, you can tell that I was really happy to remove it. Another one bites the dust, and another one goes. Then I downloaded the Sun Fizz 40 floor plan and I made notes for each one of the through-hulls all around the boat. Today I'm giving a new try to my silverware. No, it's actually bronzeware, it's not silverware. So I got the new through-hulls and the new ball valves from separate stores because I couldn't find them locally. And now I'm just trying to see if they actually fit in where they should fit, like this place down here. This is not very easily accessible and it's quite dirty. Although I had all the time in the world to clean it, I didn't because I had other issues to deal with, such as a broken switch, so I couldn't use my electric pump, and then also a clogged bathroom sink. So better issues to deal with, and more important and more urgent than the bilge hygiene. I'll try to clean as best as I can before I put the new one, and I will apply Sikaflex and I'll show you how to do it. Well, hopefully this will make you realize the severity of having good through-hulls. So here we are. You've asked me and I've delivered. But well, nobody asked me, but I delivered anyway. So this is a tour of the past of the boat and then this is what's coming to the boat. Currently I have cleaned most of the through-hull holes, waiting for the through-hulls to be installed. I have a couple of more to go. You can see the equivalent old one to the new one, all the through-hulls and the ball valve. It's very intimidating when you start doing it. You quickly get lost with all the different through-hulls that they are almost similar, and you definitely need to get the correct ones because they are expensive. I went along with the bronze through-hulls because if you connect them to the anodes quite meticulously, then you can get a lot of life out of them for many years. They were trying to sell me a lot the plastic ones. I get the idea behind it. Seems to be a very polarized community around the plastic ones and the non-plastic ones, so I'm not taking any side on this. I went with these ones because of first of all the cost, and then because of the accessibility. Another beefy one is for the toilet. This is the beefiest of all. This is 1.5 inch. I guess you understand why is that beefy, right? So this was the old one, and the guy that sold me the new one told me that you cannot really find this quality of the old ones in the market anymore. Rest in peace. Had to cut them all because I found some kind of discoloration or pinkish oxidization underneath them. I wanted to be sure that I'm safe. Well, this is what we call progress. And waiting for the acetone, ready for the installation.
My father was kind enough to come from Thessaloniki and help me out with my through-hull situation. For this particular exercise I used a DIY screw along with a nut and a washer, just a tad larger than the actual skin fitting diameter, and my father was hammering it from the inside.
Ready? Woohoo! See that? It's pink. Shouldn't be pink. Pink shows electrolysis and corrosion and bad stuff. Are you checking the dimensions for the crane?
Yes, but I look place for the crane and place.
You have to take into consideration everything.
Then you have to make sure that the hole that stays behind is smooth and even. So feel free to use any kind of tools to scrape or sand any kind of remaining Sikaflex from the previous installation. Just a disclaimer here, I'm not taking any particular satisfaction by checking the smoothness of the through-hull. Before you apply Sikaflex, make sure the area is free from dust and clean from any kind of oils by using acetone. I was lucky enough to have Moritz with me, a fellow liveaboard, a neighbor, a friend and my mentor too.
You see there is a lot of clay, that's my concern.
There's no worries. But only little, yeah, fine. Now press it. Okay, now you put from inside, put it hand tight and finish it.
Then you have to apply the equivalent amount of Sikaflex in the interior of the boat and tighten up the nut on the skin fitting. And that's all. This is how the through-hull should look like after a couple of weeks of testing. Only time will tell how long they will last. Now I shall grab a beer and relax. See you in the next one. Until then, keep chasing your dreams, one horizon at a time. Go for it. Thanks for watching.